Hello, hello! It's been a while. Thank you to the Parallel team for bringing me back, for sponsoring this video, for inviting me to this tournament. Parallel Invitational, which followed shortly after the Planetfall expansion to this card game. So, I'm going to be showcasing one of the more exciting games that I played during this tournament. I'll be walking you through how the game is played as I commentate over Old Trump, who is thinking really hard about how to defeat Baby Bear in this exciting match. Let's begin. Let's see if my red deck can burn this green deck to the ground. It's the classic aggression and burn deck against the growth and defensive deck matchup. So that's well said. There are 5 factions in the game. I'm playing the Markolian faction, red, against the Earthen faction, green.
Your advance ends here.
Beginning of the game, each player is dealt 5 cards. You can mulligan them, switch them out for new cards. I'm going second. I'm going to want to get rid of the cards that I don't anticipate seeing play for some time. I've got the Fleet Support card, which is the big card in this game. This deck is kind of built around that Fleet Support card. That's from the Planetfall expansion.
Really
so the Planetfall expansion really enabled a number of new decks.
Has a passive ability. The second unit you play each turn gains +1/+1. So the optimal start is 1 drop into 2 1-drops. Didn't get the other 1 drop though.
So that is indeed the dream with this aggressive deck to play a 1.
So I look to play this 1-mana 2/2, which deals damage to both of us. Opponent started off optimally with the Steward of the Garden.
As a terrifying start, you hate to see the green Earthen deck start off with that 1-mana 0/4, which basically, mana ramps them. So, rest of the game, they'll get 1 extra energy each turn. Really interesting system how you gain energy in this game. Instead of just automatically gaining 1 free 1 each turn, you bank a card. So you drag a card from your hand to your bank, and that's gone pretty much forever. You then gain that energy. You draw a card at the end of the turn for that. So basically each turn you draw 2 cards,
play, potentially,
and discard 1,
build 2.
enabling you to see much more of your deck. Opponent had the ability to get to 3 energy this turn, but only got to spend 1 of it.
That's not great.
That's why I comment on it.
But next turn
whatever.
I can play Nehemiah, and I don't really have anything to do about that.
I do not have a good turn 2 as well. And sometimes you'll see like, oh yeah, there's no real play here. Of course I'm going to play that 1 drop. But there's a lot to think about in terms of which card you want to discard out of your hand. You have to like constantly each turn think about, well, which card is least going to be used for, the duration of this game. And that is not very clear. It's a very difficult decision. One of the cool
weak
differences about this card game.
Result for me here. Next turn I'll play a slow card again. Fleet Support.
So it's clearly not very exciting to play this red deck and have a one drop,
this yet.
2 1-drop into
in terms
turn 3 playing
a
Fleet
copy
Support.
Of it, but I hope the copy targets the same thing. Because we're gonna need to take down this 4-mana 7/7 presumably.
So yeah, the opponent has ramped into 4 energy, really good tempo.
If it does target
they
the
can
same
play that
thing,
Paragon
Determined
card.
Assault will deal 6 to that 7/7.
And they play the Paragon card. So that's each faction has a number of Paragons they can choose from, their leader. And that's a card that they can just play out into the field. That's a 4 energy 7/7, huge. Mine's a 4-mana 5/5, which is also quite good. It's no 4 energy 7/7 though. The green deck has the biggest one. So here I'm about to get to 3 energy. I'm about to do 3 energy, do nothing. Play this card, which just duplicates cards. So it's a slow start for this deck.
You'll notice that I'll seek to play Determined Assault on the 7/7 and then finish it with Mercenary Gunslinger.
Great plan. That 2 energy card deals 3 damage. I duplicate it, which will deal 3 damage again. I finish it off with 1
the
damage.
opponent only has the 7/7 and has to go into my 0/2 defender.
In this game, second player doesn't get a coin or anything. They instead get a 0-2. And they draw a card for the first time they bank a card. The first player does not get a extra card. So second player has the card advantage and like a little bit more health due to that 0-2 defender. And that gave me quite a lot of health because I managed to dodge 7 going into my face here. Pretty clear turn. Gotta kill that 7 attack.
Determination. Oh, it's even better than I thought. You get to choose.
My 1 drop turned into a 3-4, which is a very strong result. Mercenary Gunslinger, the 1 energy, a 1/1 that deals 1 to a target, is shockingly good in the format. A lot of the game is about tempo and being able to put out a guy while killing a guy.
To trade the 3-4 into the 2-4 right now. I'd like this to duplicate that, so I'll just end here. That's a strong card to duplicate.
Yep, really good draw there. It reminds me of a certain card.
Catherine's Rallying Cry. It's a call to arms.
Oh, yes. Excellent memory there. And that call to arms effect, it'll get duplicated. So for 3 energy, I get to pull out 4 cards from the deck. That's incredible value and tempo.
Good card in this case.
Even though I have a slow start, I am pretty fortunate that the opponent also appears to be having a start that, you know, is not... It seems like the weaker part of their deck.
I think I will simply play Catherine's Rallying Cry here.
They have a bunch of lower attack
Double
units, which is allowing me to set up.
And go from there.
Notably, this specific card can only be played if I have exactly Catherine as my commander, which I do. Differentiating the commander some more. The Paragon, I should say.
Stand proud, Markolians.
Nice. For 3 energy, it appears that I've gotten to play out 7, 2, 6, 10, 13 worth of stats. That's pretty good. Definitely catches me right back up on the board here. And that Triumph of Mars card, that's a really big, good finisher. Of course, I'm going to be looking to play out the rest of my cards in my hand before I play Triumph of Mars, which makes me discard my hand. For that reason, I suspect that Trump here is considering wasting one of these remaining cards. Even though it doesn't do anything immediately.
And burn the cards mode.
We want to burn the cards so that I can play the card that discards the rest of my cards.
Next turn I'll play Triumph of Mars.
So you can see this deck has a bunch of cards that go off whenever I play effect cards, which are kind of like spell cards. They are one-time use abilities. So a bunch of synergy there. Synergy, of course, with the relic that
Put
I
all
have
cards
on
in
the
your
board.
hand on the bottom of your deck in a random order. Draw 3. Reduce the cost of each card drawn by 3.
The relic is similar to a Hearthstone location or a magic enchantment. Doesn't have power or toughness, just sits on the board, gives you a effect. In this case, the deck is built around that relic. So we're getting to the mid-late game. Opponents ramped all the way up to 7 energy here. And they're going to play one of the cards from the Planetfall expansion, Terra,
Ooh,
Verdant Mentor.
up at 7?
Very big. 5/8 comes into play. Other friendly units are getting +2/+2. And when that thing gets healed, they get to do that again. So that is quite the board there. At this point, I'm like thinking about, man, can I possibly deal 21 damage before I die to this onslaught? Those are some tough enemies.
Uh-oh.
Clearly, we're
Seems
not
like-
fighting for board anymore.
They've taken control.
So it's time to play Wheel of Fortune! Triumph of Mars! And since Triumph of Mars is the first effect I play, I do have to play Triumph of Mars again and Wheel of Fortune again. Now those are some pretty interesting cards I've gotten. We got Triumph of Mars again. We got the card that that makes all the effect cards cost 1 less, which is just enough energy to play Triumph of Mars again! I stared down 17 damage on the board, plus if they have the, any healing, they're buffing their board by 10, which is 27 damage. But,
Oh?
what is this?
Oh!
Indeed, it is time to nuke the opponent from orbit with that sick draw orbital strike. I have managed to draw. That is a 5, 10, 13 damage, plus with the 2 damage each time I play an effect. 15, 17, 19 damage.
Okay.
Victory!
So thanks again to the Parallel team for bringing me out to this tournament and sponsoring this video. Where have I been? Well, don't worry, I've been honing my skills, playing games such as this one, as well as others such as Civilization 6. When the time comes, I will be back stronger than ever before in the realm of strategy. Cheers. See you around.